Very good, everybody. Welcome to another video. I am your personal funky steam pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko and I will be your captain for today's flight. Today's flight will be another flight with the Just Flight Avro RJ100. We're using real world time and real world weather, and we'll be flying from let's check where we're flying from. I forgot. Oh yeah, we're flying from Manchester to London Stansted to be precise. It will be about a 1 hour flight all in all, so the actual flight time will be a little bit shorter. And something what I would like to do different today is see if we can make use of the performance calculator from Simbrief, and maybe we can get some takeoff speeds and see if we can do some derated takeoff. I have some idea of maybe how to do it, and if it doesn't work, you know, we can still go, well, we'll just brake. So here we are parked in the dark at the Echo Golf Charlie Manchester Airport. So let's hop on in. So aircraft is already powered up for the most part. So what I'm thinking is when we do the derated takeoff, I see the temperature thingy there. So now it's at max. You can do reduced, and then I think you can enter a temperature there, like that, and it should give you then, you know, a percentage of N1. So we'll look at that in a little bit. The flight plan has been downloaded in the AFP. We do need a flight plan still in the FMC. FMC has not been set up yet. So let's have a look at our flight plan. So 05 flight, 05 left, LISTO to Sierra, to LISTO, right, 05 left. So I can Golf Charlie. The origin, to Echo Golf Sierra. That's our destination. And we will be British Airways 812. Flight number. Zero 05 left. Now let's check the flight plan, because we have basically, there's our departure, there's an airway to the HLN VOR, there's another airway, and that leads us to the arrival. So I think we should maybe just activate for now, and then we go to the departure arrival, departure, and 05 left. Man, my brain is, we're getting tired. 05 left. And we LISTO to Sierra. Execute. So arriving. Runway 04, FINMA 1 Lima. So ILS 04, and then we get the FINMA 1 Lima. Position Abbott Laurel, Charlie Fox 04. None of those. So we execute. So now we go to route. So we have 05 left. LISTO to Sierra to LISTO. And then we should have the Lima 612. And that would take us to FINMA then. Should take us to HON, to Lima 612. Lima 612. And that goes to, that's November, HON, November, and then Lima 15 to FINMA. Next page. And then Lima 15 to FINMA. There you go. So that's it, execute. So now we should have the entire flight plan. So after bus arrives, there will be a route discontinuity, and as usual we'll check that out a little bit later. So Itinerary. So since we're still in the OFP, let's have a look at a couple of things that we need to fill in. So flight level 170, average wind 311 at 013. And then average ISA minus 02. And the final reserves 1.7. So 170 is our cruising altitude, 311 by 13, and then minus 02. So flight level 170, let's go ahead and enter that. And cruising 311. Oops, it's the clear button. 311 at 013. With minus 02 on the ISA deviation. And 1.7 for the final reserves. Now for the block fuel and the zero fuel weight, we refer to the aircraft right here. So we have zero fuel weight, 36.1. That's the zero fuel weight. It gives us gross weight 40.1. That seems to sort of make sense. And the total fuel weight, let's go 4.1. That says 4.0 there, so let's copy that then. 4.0. And transition altitude, I don't think I loaded up the charts just yet. Any day now would be appreciated. Thank you. So import flight from the sim brief. Transition altitude 5,000 feet. Alright, so that's that. I think we should be able to climb to 170, or maybe let's actually do it different this time. Legs, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000. Let's just do 5,000, put 5,000 in the box for now. So we'll do sort of a step climb, I guess, for 5,000. Turn on the flight directors on both sides. And the lateral navigation is armed as well. So we'll do a flap 18 takeoff. So rotate 134, V2 138. Now, what would be interesting, let's have a look at the sim brief dispatch. And there should be a calculator there now. We've used it a couple of times before. Performance and tools. And we populate from last flight. This should get all the information in here that we need. So we just hit calculate. It's giving us a Toga max, so there is no assumed temperature. That's a bit of a shame. I'm not sure, is there a way to like force that? Let's change parameters. And if we say thrust setting, we can only choose Toga max. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. What I wanted to experiment with. I don't know, maybe we could still give it a shot, but I don't know what the performance is going to be like. But I was assuming that maybe, you know, you select reduced takeoff. Maybe this is already enough, but at the same time, I'm guessing this number will change once you change the temperature. When we did it earlier, I think it was on 31 degrees, so let's have a look. It's on 31. Those 31 degrees gives us 91.6. If we go back to temperature, and then we go say like, hey man, it's like 49 degrees out there. And then that should give us 85.3. So I'm thinking that's probably the way to do it. Although, not sure if that is all too safe to do so right now. So let's just go Toga thrust then. So that's basically the one thing, besides just flying with the aircraft for the fun of it, is what I wanted to try on this flight. So let's just continue with the setup then. So basically we have the FMC set up, and the aircraft is pretty much on, so I think it's time to start up the APU. Let's turn on the beacon light. So APU is rising. And APU power should become available any second now. Let's turn on the ice protection in the meantime. There is our APU power available. APU gen on, and disconnect other way. Ground power. So let me quickly get a little refill of my iced tea, and then I'll be back, and when I come back we will start up the engines, push back and take off. Alright, so I've been drinking quite a lot of those iced teas, and they're pretty good. Okay, let's see what shall we do? So generator 1, generator 4, we need to turn those on as well. And I think it's time that we call the taxi. Now, we're not using GSX, so oops, looks like we're hanging there for a second. So let's see, ground power we can dismiss. The chokes can go as well. Or can they? Fuel. This is the parking brake on. Well, what's with the fuel? Total fuel weight 4035. Let's check the LFP just to be sure. Although I don't think. Let's see. 4036. So that seems to be okay. Ground power is gone, so now we should be able to click on chocks. Okay. I was a little bit fast there. Now, let's see where we need to go. 05 left. So let's have a look at the airport layout. Okay, we're maybe using a different kind of map or something. Should be on world map. Okay, zooming in, usually we can see the entire airport here. I don't know why we cannot at this moment. Something appears to be a little bit buggy, maybe. Let's just start up the Navigraph charts again. And there looks like it's a little bit better. So where are we? You're not visible. Here we are. 68 left. Lima. Oh, it's actually left. The echo, and we need to go to 05 left. Will be this one right here. So we get Alpha, Delta, and Echo, and we are here next to Echo. So we push back with the nose to the left. Let's maybe use the pushback helper. I'll prefer that. So parking brake released. Let's set the parking brake again real quick. I just want to check what it's saying. Fuel, so electricity. Let's just have a couple of sanity checks here real quick. So we need all the fuel pumps. So that might actually have been that message about. There we go. And then electricity. So the external power is off. We are on APU gen. APU air is now running as well. What else does it say there in the white? Flight recorder is off, that's correct. AC pump on. Alright, this is all okay for now. So I think it's time that we push back, man. Could maybe the starter, this engine starter switch on. It's very hard to see. There's hardly any lights at some of these airports. in the simulator. So really have no clue where the yellow lines are. Although it looks like the yellow line might be coming from over here. I see something might be appearing. I'm curious if we check on this chart. Oh, let's just stop the push back immediately then. Looks like we're way past the yellow line. Okay, the tuck and go. That's the parking brake. Okay, so it was a bit of a funky adventure there, but we're here. So let's start up the engines now. Engine number 4. So it looks like we will not be doing a reduced takeoff. I'm not sure if it's a smart thing to do. I mean, you know, it's fun to try it out. But it would mean that we would take off at, well, significantly reduced thrust. At the same time, could be okay, but I'm not that seasoned yet. Get rid of the entry lights. So that's engine number 4. Let's go ahead, select engine number 3. I love these reflections, man. And they're actually really reflecting, they're actually moving those numbers there. That's so cool. Apologies, I feel like having a little bit of a cold going on. So if you hear me sniffing and making all kinds of big sounds, well, then you know what's going on. You know what I mean. Okay. Let's go engine number 2. Starting it up. So what do you say? We turn on some little music for taxiing. They got Bossa Nova. I must say, when we're not using GSX, I am missing the passengers. It looks really empty. Okay, so 4 engines. Flaps go to 18 degrees. And we can now arm the auto thrust as well. So our initial climb will be 5,000 feet. Have a look at the departure, even though the aircraft will fly it for us. So LISTO to Sierra, I believe, was ours. So that's it. These have names. Just Delta 24. Ball 28, Ball 33, LISTO. Okay, so like that. Ball 28, Ball 33. LISTO is 5,000. And then after LISTO, I think we're free to go. Let's peek ahead. 170 at HLN. Okay, let's squawk TARA. Or put the TCAS on TARA. And anything else? We got the squawk code going on. Frame should be fine like this. Let's turn on the taxi lights and the runway turn-off lights. Generator 1 and 4 are offline. I keep forgetting to clean this stuff up here. Alright, so that's a left turn. So we're basically go straight, a left turn onto Echo. And we follow Echo, that takes a turn to the right, comes Delta. And we follow Delta until we hook up with Bravo. That becomes Alpha, I guess, something like that. Well, I think we'll get there. Let's zoom in a little bit more in case we need it. So park and brake released. And let's get out of it. I mean, this is like way too dark and to properly see. So we keep on going for a bit. Let's take it easy, because we might need to take a right turn here. That looks fine. There's our runway. And let's get onto the runway from here. We went with our nose over a little bit. So we turn the strobe light on as well.
Cabin is secured for departure.
Let's do the config check. So it looks like we're configured for takeoff. So before we roll to the other end of the runway, so what we'll do, 50% N1. Let's get the engines to idle here. 50% N1, let the engines stabilize, and then we click the little sweet spot right there. And then the takeoff thrust will be set. It will be 94.5 degrees or percent of N1. We'll then rotate. It will then turn on the autopilot and climb at 250 knots, and we'll choose level change. But then we'll have to watch a little bit what the climb is going to be looking like, so we will watch the green banana. Not sure what the thing is officially called though, but okay, parking brake released. Let's start the timer.
Check thrust. Airspeed alive. Thrust set. 80
So
knots.
Manchester to London, here we go.
Go. Rotate. Positive climb. Gear up selected.
Alright, so let's engage the autopilot now. And go level change. Speed 250 knots.
Speed checked, flaps 0.
Alright, flaps retracting. Up next, 3,000 feet, 4.6 nautical miles. So we're good right there. So we'll just chill at 5,000 once we reach that. So the flaps are coming up. Have a look outside of the window there. Alright, so we're reaching 5,000 now. Up next will be POL 33. After that will be LISTO, and then we can climb to HON, VOR 170 or side of 170. So we're cruising here now, holding altitude at 5,000 feet. I'm not sure if we have any speed restrictions here that we're not following. It'll be interesting to have a look. Doesn't look like it from the first glance. Max 250 knots below 100. Other than that, I guess it looks okay. So let's return to LISTO, I think. No, to HON, so let's climb to flight level 170. Now let's start with level change, see what that will do for us. But I do want to zoom out and see, look, so the banana is telling us we will reach 170 at its location, at its position. So that is well before the top of climb, so in this case, actually I'm good. I don't mind being at cruising altitude a little early. The speed is okay as well. So there's nothing going along there. We've passed transition altitude, so let's go to standard barometric. We already are at standard barometric. Okay. We don't have to do anything. Let's keep the passengers strapped in for just a little longer. The nose is now at a 10-degree up position, usually once you're a little bit below. I'm not sure this is only for Airbus, but if it's only, maybe it also applies in the RJ. Well, that's not too bright, right? Nice and cozy. Alright, man, so 11,000, 12,000 feet already. Our speed's okay. Let's go 280 knots. Landing lights off. And seatbelt sign off as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has picked up the fashion system. Your food is about to
Alright, so far so good. Let's increase the view here on the navigational display. So it's a little bit cluttered as usual, but we see something coming through there at the top of descent, most likely. So that's in a little while, so we do have some time to chill. But the idea is before we chill, we set up for the approach. So let's start by having a look at the weather before we simply just follow everything that's on the OSP here. They are saying runway 04. So let's see what the weather is telling us. So Echo Golf Sierra Sierra, London Stansted, 1022, and then we have 070 at 4 knots. So runway 4 should be okay. 4 knots, it's not too much. 070, that's alright. It's a slight headwind, crosswind, at an angle of 40 degrees. I forgot to set climb thrust. Alright, let's go to NCT. AP is on, lateral navigation. Okay, so I'll quickly step off to the galley and I will be right back. so it looks like we are still flying. Let's check the flight deck immediately. We're 4 miles from home. Now I want to know what it stands for. I never looked it up. HON. Honolulu. That's the Honolulu VOR people. Okay. So as you can see, it's not a very long flight. I got this leg here, and then after picks up, I think it's the top of descent. But let's just have a look at the navigational display right here. So picks up and FINMA, and then after FINMA will be the top of descent. So runway 04. Let's get the chart for the airport first. So that is Stansted, and then charts, and then approach, runway 04, ILS DME or localizer DME, runway 04, put a pin in it, and let's check it out. So the raw data that we need up here is 110.5, 042, 2500 feet for the start of the glide slope at 6.6 nautical miles from the localizer. So localizer is 110.5. You swap these boxes around, and the course will be 042. .5, and it looked like 110.6 over there. Almost 0.5. My bad. 042. 110.5 and 042. Right, so we have that. Decision altitude. Refer to minimum. I believe in our case we can within 50 feet, so that's hardly anything. And looking at these weather conditions, you know, it's not going to be a problem at all. But let's dial it in nonetheless. So 50 feet will be a decision height. That's spot on. 16 minutes into the flight, 17. And we're holding at flight level 170. Okay, so what else? Let's check the flight plan. So they're sending us to Barkaway VOR and then to Boston. And then final fix 04. So Barkaway VOR, that's this one. And then Boston, I don't know where in between these 2 points is, and then to final fix 04. It would be nice if there was something in front, so like Parkway, and then maybe go this way. Oh, that's the wrong airport. This one. So, Basta. First Basta, then Barkway. Would be nice if there were some waypoints here, but they are non-visible. Could maybe check like this. Let's go find the airport. Also, let's go Barkway and then upward to Basta, Laurel. Well, doesn't look like it. So let's change the map to IFR low. So there's Barkway, there's the airport. Not really any other waypoints out here. Brooklands Park maybe. Let's do that. So Bravo Papa Kilo. Bravo Papa Kilo. Let's insert it there. Execute. And after Brooklyn Park, we go to final 604. Execute. And can we get some decent plan view on that thing? It is such a mess, man. I don't know if there's anything that you can do about it, like, you know, change the font size or whatever. Although I must say I do like the font size. That's pretty convenient though. Alright, let's zoom in. Maybe like 20. So peaks up. Let's quickly check. Maybe we need to start our descent actually. Sorry for taking you all over. Map. Okay, so the top of the descent is still on its way. That's good. It's still ahead of us. First we're going to reach Bombo, 12.5 nautical miles. So let's quickly try this again. We go to the plan page. And we start at Bombo, which is basically up next, and then the step button. So that is Barkway, GR. Then to the north to Basta, then to the south to Brooklyn Park. So the lineup from Brooklyn Park, sorry, let me just check, Brooklands Park. So the lineup from Brooklands Park to the runway is actually very nice. Just the Basta there is a little bit funny. And let's quickly check, because I don't think it's actually what's happening. What they calling us? Anyway, so that's so far we could leave it in. Let's go back 2 legs and we go back to map. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like Basta is mandatory. This is an RNAV, so they could vector you straight to Brooklands Park. So we could maybe do that. At the same time, let's just use all the space that we have to slow down and prepare ourselves. So it looks like we have a decent approach plan. So top of descent is coming up. So our next will be 131. Flight level 131, and let's go vertical speed. Let's start with 1400. So flight level 131 in 30 nautical miles. It's really difficult to see. You have to zoom in, and it's quite high maintenance. Nonetheless, again, I'm happy there is at least a navigational display. Let's descend a little faster. 1800. That should get us there. And then we watch the speed. Let's go back to 250 knots. So that's looking good. I'm reaching the Parkway VOR, and then a left turn to Boston, and that will have a left turn here actually to Laurel, but I could not see it on the legs page. So basically Boston and then Brooklands Park. So let's descend even further. Flight level 111, I believe it was. So we keep on descending, and that will be Basta at 5.2 nautical miles, and we need to descend a little bit faster than that, I think. If you want to make that, and there you go. So that's definitely a very handy feature there. So let's descend to 4,300. So standing by for a probably going to be a left turn, right? feet. Turn on the landing lights.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has switched on fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt.
Let's get some air brakes out. Brooklands Park, 23 nautical miles, 430. I think outside of our navigational display there. There you go. That is Brooklands Park. Some traffic below us. So now we can see that we don't have to descend that aggressively anymore. Go 1,000 feet per minute. That's quite decent. Just fine tuning a little bit here. Increase the range again. Or increase the zoom, decrease the range I guess. Brooklands Park. This is quite fun.
Traffic.
It's quite fun to play around with the vertical speed and the indicator right there, the green off. $6,000 feet. Let's check the local QNH. See if this is helping for the refresh. 1022. Okay, 1022 is set.
Clear of conflict.
Always good to be clear of conflict. The line looks weird. We're following lateral navigation, so that's good. IP is on. And we're still descending. Target is 4,300 feet. After that, 170 knots, 1690, and then 3,000. That's so weird. Oh, that's maybe for the go around. Anyway, so 1690. Let's go 1600. That will definitely put us below the glide slope. The glide slope should be 2,000 feet, I believe. 2,500.
Traffic.
Yeah,
Traffic.
multiple of that. So Brooklands Park coming up, we're still descending. Let's go 1,000 feet per minute. And let's go speed 170. So standing by for a left turn. That should take us to the final fix for runway 04. And then we can turn on the approach. Alright, so there's our turn. Let's get back to the flight deck then. to 7.3 nautical miles. So let's get some air brake out again. Let's descend a little more aggressive, maybe 2,000 feet per minute. That's definitely going to work. Let's moderate a little bit.
Speed checked, flaps 80.
The speed brake retracted
Clear
now.
of conflict.
We're already almost, we're actually below the glide slope. I mean, we can already start capturing it.
Speed checked,
Let's see,
gear down.
we're going to wait with the gear and let's see if we can turn on the approach. So localizer and glide slope are armed, but not yet captured. Let's check our final approach speed. 126 knots. Let's go 140. That's our range. 9 nautical miles. That's okay. So 140. I think our runways are right there. Okay, let's lower the gear. 7 miles.
Speed checked, flaps 24. Localizer alive.
Okay, so we're
Speed
captured.
checked, flaps 33.
No, we're not captured. Flaps to 33. Now we're captured by the localizer. Let's go, what's our range? 6 miles. Let's go final approach speed. So 126 knots.
Captain 360 flight.
So we're on the localizer, not yet on the glide slope.
Cabin is prepared for arrival.
So our flaps are full. Gear is down.
Glide slope alive.
I guess the glide slopes are moving now. It appears to start relatively late. I thought it would start. Let's quickly check.
Glide slope captured.
Oh, 2,400. We're a little low, so I guess that's fine.
$1,000.
So let's turn off the autopilot and the auto thrust. We are ready for the speed break.
Air brakes out.
Minimums. 50, 40, 30,
Idle.
20, 10.
Ground idle. Spoilers yellow and green. Brake pressure checked.
It's nose gear touchdown. So welcome to Stansted, everybody.
60 knots.
So today I downloaded the official Stansted scenery by Microsoft Flight Simulator. Maybe it's a little bit of a high-speed exit there, but it looks to be going smooth. Let's turn off the landing lights. That Stansted looking cool actually. I like it. Let's take a ride here. We're really close to that sign there. Alright, I'll take it, man. So here we are. Whoops, look at the camera go. So here we are. Welcome to London Stansted. So basically the thing that we wanted to try, it was not really applicable. So we wanted to try takeoff, derated takeoff. So we set the temperatures and, but yeah, we did the calculations, or actually we did not do them ourselves, but the calculation was done, but there was no flex takeoff possible. So we did not do it. But nonetheless, we had fun flying the RJ100 again. Very happy obviously with the aircraft. Been performing better and better, so it's very nice. Anyway, thank you very much for checking, everybody, and I will see you at the next video. Everybody stay funky. Bye bye.